This little video is intended to help you if you have purchased an aftermarket dust blower with this flexible end for your scroll saw. This is a 220 scroll saw. Put on the aftermarket kit for the dust blower. This is a RBI 220 machine, and the problem you're going to run into is this hole here is too small for the new tube to fit. And also, on mine at least, there was a small hole here that this tube went through. So in order to do that, you have to be a little bit careful because you're working near these electrical wires. But I just took a 1/2-inch drill bit. I put my side handle on here because I was fearing it might rip around. I pushed these cords out of the way. This one's still a little bit in the way. Okay, got them out of the way. Got this in here, and I drilled through with this one. I've already done it. So I got my 1/2-inch there, and I have another 1/2-inch over here. And now all I need to do is cut this to a proper length so it won't get involved in this belt. Put a grommet into this hole to prevent it from being cut by the vibration, and then slide this through into the bellows area. So what I needed to do is use a screwdriver and held the outside lip of the rubber grommet here, and then pushed and gave it a little bit of encouragement with this screwdriver to get it through there, and I have a nice flush fit. So remember, you can always cut things shorter, but you can't cut them longer. So when you cut this, I would make sure that you get this in a position where you're going to make this loop long enough so the vibration won't rub against anything here and cause wear. This might be a little overkill, but I'm going to take a little bit of this friction tape and hit it at a place where I know it's rubbing a little bit, and it'll take probably a number of years before the vibration will even get through that friction tape. So you can see there's my loop coming below, not touching most of the motor. Some things to think about. You will get this bracket here, and the bracket I got had 2 holes that didn't line up with the holes here. So what I did is I took this hold down foot out long ago because it's never used, and I replaced it with this screw going in here with a lock washer, and this bracket is vertical, and you can see it's locked in good and tight, and I can adjust any way I want to. Looking back here further on this arm, and it looks like the intent of this arm is just to hold this hose, I put a zip tie here, a pretty hefty one, and then the included tie they gave me here I screwed down, and then it dives down under the saw. If you don't have the money to afford, this is a 1995 edition, what I have been using for the last 6 months was this screw knob going into, if you can picture this 1/4-inch copper tube was going down through this hole and locked in by the screw knob, and below the hole I used an adaptation of a rubber hose that had an inside 1/4-inch diameter, and then I went into the existing tube they gave me, and I was able to adjust this, you can see, really close, and it worked really well for me, except it was a little tedious going back and forth and getting it out of the way, where this one you can just brush it aside. So there's 2 different solutions for your problem, and hopefully this will help you.